Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Healthy Moving Podcast, the show that empowers you to exercise less, but move more so you will feel better. I am your healthy moving enthusiast, Jen Hoffman from healthymoving.com. Today, I have the next episode for you in our special Building Block series, where we look at the simple steps, the foundation for making some improvements in our health. And today we're taking a look at this big concept of alignment and healthy moving. Specifically, how do we know what kind of movement we need, and how do we actually integrate it into the fabric of our lives so that we don't have to spend time working out every day or several times a week? It's going to be a great show. Thanks so much for joining me. Life in my neck of the woods lately, it's been pretty crazy. I'm not one who craves easy. It's actually quite the opposite. I like a good challenge. But as I've said before, there's a difference between easy and ease. Even when faced with tough challenges, I actively work to cultivate ease. Several years ago, a yoga teacher friend of mine described this state that I'm talking about as flow. It's this magical place where progress is born of this belief that you have the skills and the competency to meet whatever challenges and demands you face. Now, you can't get into this zone with force, and resistance certainly works against you. But when you can find flow, it's amazing. You feel energized and productive and just so wonderful. I'm slowly working on getting there during this challenging season of my own life. But I wanted to share with you something that I learned several years ago, a somewhat surprising practice for helping to cultivate the state of mental flow. See, I learned that I can improve my mental flow when I work on improving my physical flow. By physical flow, I mean the actual flow of three things in the body: blood, lymph, and electricity. Blood flow is obviously needed to feed our cells, and lymphatic flow helps ensure we're effectively getting rid of waste in the body. And then electrical or neurological flow, it ensures that we don't lose touch with parts of our body. When we feel less than stellar or when there's a problem with our health, it's likely that there's something hindering the flow of those three substances in the body. So it's important for our physical health to improve our body's flow, but I've also found that it mysteriously helps to promote that more intangible mental flow. Thankfully, though, there's a very tangible tool for improving your physical flow. That is alignment. Optimal alignment is the position of your bones that allows your skeletal muscle to be at this exact perfect length for maximizing flow. Your muscles play a critical role in the flow of blood, lymph, and electricity in your body. So the goal of all healthy moving that I teach is to improve physical flow by restoring optimal alignment. So how do we restore optimal alignment? The answer is one building block at a time. Whole body alignment is this big topic, but for today, we're going to talk about three of the foundational steps for improving your alignment. To begin, we have to look at key alignment markers and see where we measure up. Thanks to researchers in the field of biomechanics, we have 25 objective alignment markers that we can assess. Now, this is a short podcast, so we're not going to go through all 25. We're just going to focus on a few in the lower body for today. And before I talk you through these, I want to let you know I recorded a video of this for you too. I know seeing this can be extremely helpful. You can get that video for free by texting the word alignment to 33444. That's alignment, ALIGNMENT, to 33444. Okay, so let's start at the feet. If you have shoes on, you probably need to slide those off so that you can see specifically what's happening with your feet. In optimal alignment, the outside edges of the feet are parallel to each other. Most of us, when we take a look down at the feet, have kind of a V shape with those outside edges. If that's the case for you, then just move your heels outward until you see the outside edges of your feet form two parallel lines. Now, it's also important to note how far apart your feet are from each other. For women specifically, we often stand with the feet too close together, probably even touching for a lot of people. You want your feet to be pelvis width apart. So if you locate your ASIS, or your anterior superior iliac spines, those two bony prominences on the front of your pelvis, line your ankles, the center of your ankles, up directly underneath your ASIS on each side. The next thing we're going to look at is we want the legs to be vertical. For most people, that means you're going to have to back your pelvis up. If your pelvis is thrusted forward, your legs are kind of at this angled line forward. Can you back your pelvis up until your legs form a vertical line, a line that's perpendicular to the floor? Of course, you'll also want your knees to be straight. And for a lot of people, when you move the heels out, you become aware of this internal rotation that you have of your thighs. If you bend your knees right now for a second, do the knees come in toward each other? If so, straighten your legs again. Bring your awareness up to the top thigh, to the deep hip rotators, and externally rotate your thighs so that if you bent your knees, they would point straight ahead. This is healthy alignment in the lower body. Outside edges of the feet parallel, feet pelvis width apart, knees in healthy alignment, and legs vertical. It's kind of a lot to think about at one time. Thankfully, I didn't give you all 25 markers today. But now we see that there might be a gap between our current alignment and optimal alignment. If this isn't how you normally stand, you want to think about, how can I make this my normal? And the first step is definitely that we can work on corrective exercises to help restore this optimal alignment. And the good news is, many of the corrective exercises can be done throughout your day as you live your life, as you work and play with your kids and cook dinner. And that's so important. It's actually better for you to weave them into the fabric of your day rather than get your exercise done in 20 minutes before you head out to work in the morning. For the alignment points that we worked on today, we might do some corrective exercises like maybe calf and hamstring stretches, or lateral hip strengtheners, or maybe some foot mobilization work. All of that would make those alignment points we discussed today feel more natural to you, more normal. But there's this second critical thing that we have to think about. We have to look at how our current movement habits, and not just how we're moving, but how we position our body when we're not moving, contribute to our current alignment. See, we can do a calf stretch 5 times a day, but if we spend the rest of our day in a shoe with an elevated heel, all of that calf stretching is for naught. And this is where a lot of exercise and movement programs fail us. They fail to take the big picture into account. If we want to restore alignment and in turn improve our physical flow, and then that means we improve our both physical and mental well-being, we have to look at that big picture in connection with this corrective exercise work that we do. And that's what I'm all about. That's what this whole healthy moving idea that I teach is all about. I am absolutely thrilled to announce the launch of a brand new course designed specifically to help you assess your current alignment and then give you both corrective exercises that can be done and should be done throughout your day, and then also to step back and take a look at that big picture. It's the latest course in my workshop series, and it's called The Healthy Moving Jumpstart. It includes a 2-hour workshop, 3 levels of daily movement challenges, and a downloadable PDF movement plan. This course is going to help you begin the journey of improving your health and well-being by weaving movement into the fabric of your day and improving your awareness on specifically what's creating your current alignment. For details and registration information, you can head over to healthymoving.com/jumpstart, or you can just text the word alignment to 33444. And as a special incentive, if you register before this Sunday, May 31st, you can save $20 with the early bird discount. Okay, I'll be back next week with a regular show, have a Q&A section and everything, but we'll have another episode in this building block series for you in just a couple of weeks. It's going to be building blocks for knee health. In the meantime, I'd love your feedback on the show. Head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. And if you have a question you'd like me to answer on a future episode, you can call me at 201-580-MOVE, or just click the Leave Me a Message link in the show notes at healthymovingpodcast.com. As a way of saying thanks, if I use your question on a future episode, I'll send you a little something in the mail to say thanks. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, keep moving, friends.